And it seems like Joaquin has just been camped over the Bahamas for a while now.
Yeah, this is really not a good scenario. I've seen this before back in the 90s when we had Hurricane Mitch that was parked over the island of Roatan, and it sat there as a Category 4 hurricane for about 2-3 days, and it just completely defoliated the island. It was a horrible scenario, and it took a long time for them to recover. This is a very similar situation, friends. This is a very dangerous hurricane. Granted, it's now a Category 3 storm, but it has basically been stalled and spinning, meandering right over the central Bahamas for the last 36 to nearly 48 hours. Now, the hurricane is showing signs finally of starting to move to the north. The sustained winds are still at 125 miles per hour, now moving north at 7 miles per hour, downgraded to a Category 3 storm, but it is still a very, very powerful system. Now, here's the concern. Even though the storm is, for the most part, expected to remain off the eastern seaboard of the United States, you see this? This has been torrential flooding that has been going on across the eastern seaboard, and even if this system stays offshore, some of that perimeter moisture or that subtropical and tropical moisture mixing up with this stalled front here along the east coast could squeeze out even more significant rain for the mid-Atlantic into the northeast through the weekend. So you don't have to have a direct impacting hurricane in order to have significant impacts associated with the system passing by well to the east of your location. If you got plans to go to the game tomorrow night, so far the forecast is looking good. We'll see a little mix of sun and clouds throughout the day tomorrow. There may be a couple of little isolated showers over some of the foothills, but it should be about 62 degrees at kickoff time, 56 at halftime, and by the end of the game, temperatures are going to be dropping down into the low 50s. Here's the way it looks out there right now. Absolutely gorgeous. A little bit of a haze in the sky because of a northwest wind gusting between 20 to as high as 35 miles per hour has kicked up just a little bit of dust, but it has been a nice autumn-like day across much of the Treasure Valley. There goes our storm moving off into the southeastern part of the state. Here comes the drier air that continues to move in from the northwest. But look at the satellite imagery. There you see this low. This is that other low we've been talking about for the last few days. This system is moving away, but this storm that you see here along the coastline of British Columbia is moving directly south. As it draws a little bit closer to the state of Idaho, I think we may see some clouds in the morning, but we should get some of those clouds burned off and we should enjoy sunshine mixed in there as well. So computer models in the morning, there you can see that low dropping down toward the south. And there you see a couple of isolated showers possible for some of the foothills. But then on Sunday, it's just pure dry air that really filters into much of the region, and it's going to set the stage for what's going to be a very dry stretch of weather here for the next 5 to 7 days. 7-day forecast then for the Treasure Valley. The high tomorrow, 71 degrees. I'm going to say mostly sunny, but we may see some occasional clouds as that low kind of passes by to the west of us. Then sunny skies on Sunday. Next week looks very, very nice and very mild with temperature readings in the mid-70s. A mix of sun and clouds for the mountains as well. A couple of sprinkles are possible up there. And then mostly sunny skies Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Much of next week looks delightful in the mountains, and temperatures are certainly starting to back off. No more highs in the 80s like we saw there for some time.
Or even in the 90s. Didn't we hit 90 not too long ago?
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. I think we're pretty much done with that.
Good.
Yeah.